This is a Fatal 4 podcast.
They can ricochet down, taking Nick Jackson down. The fake, the DDT by Matthew.
Watch out, here he comes again.
Bailey, the missile dropkick, he didn't get all of it.
Greetings, wrestling and podcasting fans. Hello, it's time for the Didn't Get All of It podcast. I am your host this week, Pro Wrestling Noah. And with me, I have most of the Fatal Four. I have with me B-Rob.
You know what? Just like your cadence and just the sound of your voice, I want as a backing track for your introduction, the Price is Right music.
Is that what it sounded like? Come on down. I don't...
In the back, in my mind, when you was talking, I was getting that vibe. So I want that music in the background, Paul.
Well, pumping his fist and giving high fives on his way down to the Showcase Showdown, it's Cody Carlson.
Oh, I was on mute. Sorry about that. I was saying
Cody.
words. I was saying words, and no one was reacting. I was wondering why.
Well, say the words.
I was gonna say, I'm not really ready to podcast. I'm a little cathartic today because I was at Rick's bar all day eating the SEAL Team 6 meal.
That's over 22,000 calories.
It's 22,000 calories.
I hear that's what the SEAL Team 6 ate after they killed Osama bin Laden.
I hate this shit so much.
For those who don't know, Friendship had its limited release this past week, and most of the Fatal Four watched it. Most of the Fatal Four loved it.
Most of the Fatal Fours, the R word.
Can't say that.
Yeah, all the non-black ones.
Oh, so I'm good. Okay, cool.
What?
Yeah, he's good. See, you watch that shit too much, it rots your brain already.
What? I was so
Brain rot.
confused.
I'm looking at the word B-Rob here.
Uh-huh.
It kind of looks like brain rot.
See,
Brain Rob.
see,
Yeah.
it starts it already.
B-Rob.
Look at the
Brain
big
rot.
brain on Rob.
The B stands for brain rot.
You got any other notes?
Well,
Skibbity toilet.
this is a podcast. Thanks for listening, folks.
Yeah.
You can support the podcast by going to our Patreon, patreon.com/fatal4pod. That's FOUR pod. And sign up. You can get some access to our fun Discord and some extra content that we make occasionally. And keep this whole thing going. Keep the lights on for us so that we can keep making you some nice podcasts to listen to our voices, and just hang out, you know?
Turn on the lights. Turn on the lights.
And Cody has changed my name to Noah Team 6.
Nope, I
I
did
didn't
it.
do that.
Oh, that was B-Rob. That was Brain Rob. There you go. Brian Rob.
Oh, I did it. I spelled it wrong.
No, you good.
I have dyslexia, so that happens.
Anyways, yeah, we went and saw Friendship this weekend. I most of us we're all in cities where we're able to do that, except for Paul, which is why he's not here. He's Big Apple Paul this week, so he actually did get to see it this weekend, or today, actually, as we record this.
Yeah, he wanted to see this movie so bad that he flew
went to
to New
another
York City
goddamn state.
just
Yeah.
to watch it or a week early.
Yeah, because I went to my local indie theater, the River Oaks Theater, and saw it there for their, the limited release window. And God, I love going to that theater. It's such a nice theater.
Yeah, I went to one of the movies that I got a role in and saw the premiere there.
For what?
Hollywood Rob.
I was in a local production called Brick City, and they did their premiere at the River Oaks Theater.
Heck yeah.
Also, I can see my local movie theater from my second story window of my house. That's how close the theater is. And they are playing that garbage ass movie at my theater. And I can literally walk there to see it. But I will not.
See it right now. Are you insane? Let's stop this recording. Put your headset down and go watch that movie.
No.
It's so good.
Open your window, see if you can hear it.
No.
You
I
can
will
probably
not.
hear, if it's a full theater, you can probably hear the people laughing. I saw it in Boston with a packed theater, and I've never experienced a comedy like that.
Did the same thing happen to you, Cody, where like the first line that came out of Tim Robinson's mouth, the theater like just started laughing?
What did he say? Yeah. Did he say, "Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck"? Did he say that?
Was it like, "You don't know my schedule"? Was that the first line? I don't remember. But
no, it was him like comforting his wife at group therapy.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the therapy scene. Yes. Yeah. That was so good. Oh my god. I forgot about that. God, I need to go see it again. It's so good.
I can't wait.
I can.
Europe's gonna wait.
It's gonna be bad next week when Paul come back.
Because
it's gonna be so fucking bad. All three of you gonna be goddamn fucking volleyballing that shit. Just it's gonna be so bad.
You know what else is gonna be bad?
Guess what? I'm not gonna be here next week. Ha ha!
What?
What are you doing?
Where do you think you're going?
I'm going to Savannah, Georgia. the
going on a safari.
Yeah, it's the place where me and Mrs. B. Rob met.
Oh,
so we're making a pilgrimage back to the scene of the crime.
The desert plains of the savannah.
So speaking of deserts, the place where we had our first date at, it is a abandoned mall.
Hell yeah!
Y'all go back.
Y'all go urban spelunking for your first date?
Well, this is the second time since we moved away that we've been back to Savannah. The first time we went back just to take Young Child because that's where she was born. But when we left Savannah, she was too young to remember, so we took her back to see where she was born. So we went to that mall to show her the first place that we ever had a date at, and we did go into the abandoned mall.
Hell yeah.
We probably go try it again, me and just the kid this time, because I know my wife probably won't want to go.
Hopefully it's still there.
Yeah, it probably is, because it's attached to a full functioning Target.
Oh.
It was one of those deals to where like Target was attached to the mall, and you can go through Target to get into the mall. But since the mall like is slowly dying, they got like some food court places still left in there and like one or two businesses that still operate in there. So the mall is open because of those things. But it used to be to where we would go shopping at Target and you can leave through Target and go into the mall. But since the mall is so decayed away, they shut down that end of Target and you have to exit the building to go into the mall proper through the food court that's semi-functioning.
That's always weird when that happens, because I think here in Houston there was a mall, I forget which mall it was, but it had an Alamo Draft House attached to it. And by the end of that mall's lifetime, I think the Alamo Draft House was the only thing operating out of it.
Shit, like Greenspoint Mall finally closed, but damn, I remember going to that when I first moved here. And I think the only thing that was functioning like at mall capacity was like Macy's or some kind of like big clothing department store.
Yeah, one of the department stores.
But like if you went into the
Dillard's
mall
or something,
if you went into the mall, it was just like urban clothing stores and shit like Cody would buy. They were selling like high priced tennis shoes and big ass t-shirts and all kinds of crazy shit.
Like a shirt of Vegeta wearing Supreme shoes.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay, I would not wear that, first of all.
And then there was,
please,
besides the big brand store, there was only two other things keeping the Greenspoint Mall alive, and that was like the 24-hour fitness that was attached to it. And they had a movie theater on the backside that once the movie theater went down, everything just started sequentially just closing up. I almost got in trouble over there because Greenspoint is not only where Brian Keith is from, but it's a bad area. They call it Gun. It has the nickname of Guns Point. which I feel at home because I have guns. But I knew
what's going on over here. That's what B-Rob does on the weekends.
But I went over there when I was building my I was rebuilding my closet. I think I remember that time. I had a whole bunch of scrap wood, and trash day wasn't for a long time. So I loaded up my truck with trash, and I was like, man, this building decrepit is closed down. I'm gonna just get rid of my scraps of wood over here in the dumpster. So I found a dumpster way in the back of the building, and as I'm, jettisoning goddamn scraps of wood off into the dumpster and shit, some old guy in a Astro van rolled up there, and I'm thinking like, oh shit, he gonna throw some trash away too, right? And he get out, older Asian man, and he starts shaking his head at me, and he put his hands on his hip. He had a fanny pack on. It was a weird situation. And then he went into his car and pulled out his phone, and I guess it looked like he was gonna videotape me and maybe get my license plate or whatever. What? So I politely closed my tailgate. I was already done unloading by this point. Got in my truck and I drove the fuck off.
So to this day, you don't know what was up with that guy?
No. He like materialized out of thin air or whatever. I mean, maybe the clock tower got struck by lightning and he appeared there or something, but I don't know what the fuck his problem was.
Did you see, like, on your heads-up display, did you see, like, a wanted level start to, like, you got 1 star on your wanted level and that guy showed up?
Oh,
that's why you decided to run away?
He was highlighted in red and shit and started blinking. I was like, oh, fuck, I can get out of here. Yes, that's right. Tune in for a Square Circle Strafe. Whenever
sometimes
Noah does it.
I might do an episode this week. My work schedule is kind of shifting around. I'm actually off for pretty much this whole weekend. I don't have to work on Sunday, so maybe I'll record a podcast on Sunday.
You don't work on the Lord's Day?
Not this week.
Good job, Noah. Take your lady out somewhere special.
Yeah. To my computer to record a podcast.
Oh, yeah. You should do a dual episode with her.
Yeah. She could talk about Stardew Valley or .age.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, man. No lie. You should bring her in. A little co-host action. You can talk about art, like comic art and freaking video game art and everything all up in one nice tight ball.
That's what Squared Circle Strafe multiplayer is for, which you can listen to by subscribing to our Patreon.
See, me and Noah got it down or whatever.
There you go.
Serving him all these alley-oops.
Yeah. Speaking of alley-oops and things we do on the show, Cody, you got any news for us for the news this week?
Yeah, I was going to say that B-Rob's been talking a big talk about all these trips he's taken, but one trip he's definitely not taking next year is to New Orleans for WrestleMania.
Son of a bitch.
This is like still an ongoing story as we're recording this, so
yes.
By the time you hear it, it's possible that more information will be out. But basically, WWE confirmed to Fightful that WrestleMania will not be in New Orleans next year, in 2026. But instead, they will be getting Money in the Bank, 2026,
which I'm not sad about.
And WrestleMania will emanate from New Orleans in a future year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a whole bunch of speculation as to where the 2026 WrestleMania 42 will take place. I've seen a couple people mention Saudi Arabia. It's looking like Las Vegas is a front runner, which
weird.
We just had.
Mm-hmm.
They can reuse all the graphics. Very efficient.
I guess so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fiend.
They'll just play it in reverse.
So I don't think they've ever done that, right? Back to back.
I don't think so.
WrestleMania
they did Tampa technically.
Ooh, okay.
For 36 and 37.
Yeah, but that was under weird circumstances. This is intentional now.
Because they also they even did a bit about using the same intro video and stuff. They were like, okay, let's try this again, and then they played the same video they did the previous year.
Hey, some people worked hard on that video.
True.
They had to get their money's worth. Yeah, I don't know. Every time there's talk of WrestleMania locations, it's always I kind of just don't really care because realistically, I know that I will never see a WrestleMania in Boston ever again.
Mm-hmm. And it was weird this year because every year when they do the WrestleMania show, the I think since it's been going to 2 nights, but like even when it was single nights, by the end of the show, they had the package queued up for where they're going to be next year. So
Right.
and
Yeah.
then we had the final boss come out and say, "Hey, we're going to New Orleans."
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, y'all
Weird.
remember that? He came out, had the Lil Wayne intro music
I
and
totally forgot
everything.
about
Said we was going to the Superdome in New Orleans. Yeah, I watched that clip earlier today to remind me because I forgot.
that. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Weird. Yeah. So basically, since it's not in Boston and I'm selfish, I don't really care because that's the only like news that could come through that would make me go, "Oh hell yeah!" Otherwise, it's like the location of it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, an international one would be cool. I think just because
Mhm.
the last couple of years, those international crowds have added to the shows, but
Yeah.
But that one won't add to it.
what do you mean?
If they go to that place?
Oh. I don't know. Some
But
of the
then
Saudi
again,
crowds are pretty good.
Well, and then also it will be a WrestleMania, so a lot of more people outside of that country will be coming there to go to the thing, so it could liven it up.
Yeah.
And then
What if
that'd be I mean, easier for people, European and Asian crowds or whatever, because they're closer on that side. So
what if they went to Wembley?
I mean, even remember John Cena came out and said he wanted to bring a show there. Remember WrestleMania?
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Last time they were in
why isn't that happening? I would rather that before the other place.
Yeah. Oh, I totally forgot too. I would actually like an overseas Mania just for the time slot.
Yeah.
WrestleMania in the middle of the afternoon sounds fantastic.
Fuck
In the
yeah.
middle of the afternoon, 2 days straight.
Hell yeah.
But
So I
when
don't know.
would they
So
do stand and deliver? Like 2 a.m?
They'll
that's a
probably
good
just
point.
do it here
Yeah.
regular time in the States.
No, there's no way.
Yeah, I believe.
Nah, everyone's the crew all travels together. They're all definitely going to the same place. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll maybe provide an update next week on the show if
Or maybe even by the
WWE
end of this one.
confirms. Yeah, we'll keep our eyes peeled for any last minute news. But hey, you guys were talking about video games earlier. I don't know if you would cover this on your show, Noah, but Street Fighter's a video game, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Roman Reigns apparently has been tapped for the Street Fighter movie adaptation.
Yeah, I
along
heard
with
that.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're playing brothers.
No.
What?
So from what I've gleaned of the internet, Roman Reigns is in talks to be M. Bison.
I thought he was in talks to be in Street Fighter.
Come on now, shut up. And then also, I think Jason Momoa was tapped to supposedly be Blanca.
I
Okay,
could see that.
I actually know Blanca.
Yeah.
But what was this other character? That
M.
Roman
Bison,
Reigns?
Bison.
the boss.
Yeah, he's like the dictator guy in red. He does the psycho breaker.
Oh, that guy?
Yes. The boss. The final boss, if you will.
I don't know if
weird.
Yeah, I don't know if I see Roman Reigns as that. I was thinking like Roman Reigns might make a good Sagat.
Mhm.
Tiger uppercut. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Maybe. You know what? No lie. Just look at him. The hair. Vega.
Vega.
Yeah. Put the mask on him. Give him the claw. Got the long hair sticking out. We could do that.
Oh, I mean, he's handsome like Vega.
I know. Fan casting, baby. Let's do it.
Wait a minute. Vega is supposed to be handsome. Doesn't he wear a mask?
Yeah, to protect his face. It's a metal mask.
Yeah.
There's this much lore for a fucking
Yes!
fighting game?
Dude, there is
so much lore.
There's they have an explanation for why Sagat has the scar on his chest.
Yes. He looks like Luffy.
There are 3 Street Fighter Alpha games, which are 3 prequels to Street Fighter 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going on in Street Fighter.
Yes. Street Fighter is like, I mean, Noah, you can probably, shoot me down on this. I think as far as fighting games with jam packed with lore, I think Street Fighter is only rivaled by Tekken.
Tekken does have a lot of lore. I would say maybe the one at this point with the most lore.
Mortal Kombat?
I don't know if the craziest lore, but yes, the Mortal Kombat, because they have like their whole multiverse thing that they did with 9, 8, and 10.
True, you're right.
9, 10, and 11.
Yeah, and then like the whole thing with Rain Ermac and all the strike, all that shit.
They have a lot going on.
But I think these probably the top 3 though. And then like if you want to get real stupid, we can get into King of Fighters and goddamn, what else? Darkstalkers.
Guys, God bless the ring.
I don't think I've ever played a Street Fighter, unless you count Marvel or Capcom.
How have you not played a Street Fighter?
Oh,
that's like the fighting game. That's like the blueprint for all fighting games.
Yeah, just about.
I don't know. I prefer Mortal Kombat.
That's crazy.
I mean, like I said, that makes sense. These are probably the top 3 fighting games as far as lore goes.
Yeah, I mean, the cool thing about Tekken is that people are just constantly throwing each other into volcanoes in that game.
Oh yeah,
Tekken's awesome. Anyways, Street Fighter, it'll be interesting because America has like traditionally never been able to make a good Street Fighter movie.
Yeah,
like Legend of Chun-Li.
Legend of Chun-Li. Yeah,
yeah.
And then like the Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme, that was like a dying wish for Raul Julia's kid and shit.
Which like people have nostalgia for that movie, but I don't think anyone thinks that's a good movie.
Yeah, it's on the par with like The Room and shit.
Yeah. And like I think the only good Street Fighter movies have been the anime ones.
Of course, yeah.
Some of those are cool, but yeah, fighting games. I had fun with that recent Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh yeah,
and
I
of
like
course,
the potential of it.
Yeah, and of course the original Mortal Kombat movie from the 90s is probably one of the best video game adaptations of all time.
Then the second one blew it out his ass.
Yeah.
Which I still love it though.
Yeah, so not impossible to make a good fighting game movie, but not the best track record.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I have high hopes for the second Mortal Kombat that's coming with with your boy playing Johnny Cage. What's his name? Kyle Urban.
Oh right, yeah. Everyone wanted the Miz.
I did.
Yeah.
I mean, he fits that.
He does.
He's like a D-list celebrity. He got the snark. He got all that or whatever.
Yeah, he would just get up.
Just give him a stunt double to do the fights and be good. That would really be on par with that character. Fuck. Why we didn't get the Miz?
Punch everyone in the nuts.
For real. He can do it. I synced it. Anyway.
So is this movie going to be any good?
Maybe.
But I don't know. I'm getting, as much as people are getting what's Pascal fatigue, I'm getting Jason Momoa fatigue as well.
Yeah.
I'm seeing people saying that he might be playing Akuma.
Akuma Matata?
Sure.
That makes a little more sense to me. It was the first thing that came to my mind when I saw the M. Bison possibility.
Yeah. I feel like Akuma would make a little more sense.
Yeah. I mean, this guy, I just Googled Akuma. He's got fucking spicy peppers. He's
got, that's true. He does have spicy peppers.
He does have the big old beads.
He's wearing a Ulafala. This character's made for him.
Yeah. We'll see. Still developing.
But I definitely think Jason Momoa and Roman Reigns being in a movie together and not being brothers is crazy.
Yeah, just make them Ken and Ryu.
Are they brothers?
No.
Oh.
But they're like the staple of the game.
Yeah, I know them from Smash Brothers.
True.
Yin and Yang are twins, but I mean, they're twins. And Jason Momoa and Roman Reigns are not twins, but
they could be twins.
Also, I don't think they'd fit those characters.
Yeah, or the Usos. What if they get the Usos to play those guys?
Oh, that'd be fun.
Sure.
Oh, you know what? If we're doing crazy fan casting wrestler things, I want the Usos in a Double Dragon movie. How about that?
Oh, fuck.
Hell yeah. Book it.
I've never seen the 80s Double Dragon movie. I heard it's awful. I've
Why?
heard it's terrible.
It is, and I love it still. Because you know their names, right? It was Billy Lee and Jimmy Lee.
Yeah.
So there's a bit in there to where like one of the goofy bad guys, he's like, he call him, you go Jimmy Lee and Ugly.
That sounds like a joke that would be made on this podcast.
It sounds like a joke made on that goddamn show y'all like.
Nah, it's better than that.
Nah, because by proxy, if it's a joke that would be said on this show, if it was on that show, it would be said on this show. So it would be something that's said on this show and that show. So yes, it works out.
You got me there.
I don't know what you're talking about anymore.
Is there any other news?
Not really.
Not a ton of news this week.
I mean, some stuff happened on TV that we could talk about that's kind of newsworthy.
Yeah.
So SmackDown happened, and I wanted to talk about Jeff
said
Cobb
that was good.
is now JC Mateo.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on there?
Which I don't understand. He got
What are we doing?
Well, he got the Jordan Devlin treatment. You know?
Yeah, JD McDonough.
Yeah, Jordan Devlin, JD McDonough.
Sure.
But like, where the fuck does what you said, Mateo? Mateo is Spanish. He is not Spanish.
Yeah.
Mateo
is, and he's not Samoan either. What's he doing in the bloodline? This stinks.
He's an islander.
Okay, great. Like, Japan is also an island. We're not putting
they are
in the bloodline.
No, they put all those islanders in a different place. You've seen that. Damage control, maybe.
I don't like the name. I know we always complain whenever there's new names, and then we get used to them, like Gunther and stuff. But I don't know. I meant to say this last week too, and I forgot on the show. But I knew something was up when he debuted at the PLE.
They didn't say nothing.
And well, they were like, "That's Jeff Cobb," and then they only said it once, and then the rest of the call, they just kept saying that man or that guy. Or
they probably hadn't worked it out, man.
I know, but I was like, oh, it's like what happened with Ricky Starks, where they just like didn't say Ricky Starks.
Mm-hmm.
It just sucks. I don't know. Just let people have their fucking names.
Yeah, it's probably some entanglement shit with those other two companies, because you work with two companies that are working together, and it's probably just some other bullshit.
And his look sucks. He does not look like a wrestler at all. Like, didn't this guy used to wrestle in?
He is built like Mark Henry. He is built like Rhino. He's all right.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, so let him wrestle in a singlet like those guys did.
He hasn't even started yet. It's just 2 times.
He wrestled on SmackDown in fucking jeans.
Like I said, it's just 2 times. Just let it work out.
That's his look. I'm sorry, but that's what he's wrestling in.
The other two did that too. They got gear eventually, though.
I don't know.
Just give it time, yo impatient motherfucker. You.
I don't like it. I don't like any of it.
Yeah. You got a job. Human needs a job.
The other thing I wanted to bring up that was SmackDown related was the main event was Nia versus Tiffany Stratton.
Ooh, boy.
Holy shit, they beat the fuck out of each other. It was a really good match.
Nia's face got fucked up.
Yeah, Nia's face got fucked up. She did the Annihilator. She did a really nasty one to Tiffany.
Yeah. I saw. It was kind of like when she did it to Lyra.
Yeah,
Queen of the Ring.
It shows you how much she likes you by how hard she hits you.
But yeah, definitely go seek out that match if you haven't seen it. It's very good.
What's up with Nia Jax, huh?
What,
she
having
was like
good
one
matches?
of the worst wrestlers in the world, and yeah, now she's like constantly delivering.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, she's surprising lately. I mean, she'll still occasionally go like, "Oh yeah, there's the Nia Jax I know," but yeah. She's been having more good matches.
Yeah, renaissance
than her entire career.
Yeah. I mean, and then like the flubs or whatever that she did have, it was all in the vein of being safe. She knew she was about to fuck somebody up and just like, oh, pull the brake. Because like remember she's about to hit Naomi or whatever, and she like oh, and then like tapped her with the chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, just shit like that.
And then over on Raw, some stuff happened. So okay, well, let's go in order a little bit. So, Roxanne is officially on
the
Raw
roster
now, on the Raw roster. She had a triple threat with Natalya and Becky Lynch to qualify for the Money in the Bank ladder match, which she won.
I know we've been like crying for a Roxanne call up for a long time now, but doesn't this just feel so like unceremonious?
I don't care. She's
It
been
was
on
just-
TV.
I mean,
Oh.
yeah, I know, but like, I don't know. I just kind of miss the days of when it was like
A pump and circumstance.
Yeah, like someone would show up the night after Mania, or there would be a
I mean, she showed up with Julia night after
open
Mania,
challenge.
didn't she?
Yeah, I guess
she's
so.
been
But
there
she,
like for 2 Rumbles and
yeah,
kind of
and-
all other stuff and tag matches and everything. It's just like she's been there, but she just like,
Yeah.
let me
She
wrap
was
up
on-
this NXT stuff.
She was in a
Right.
Fatal 5-Way on SmackDown like 2 years ago.
right. Like she just had these weird sporadic appearances on
Mhm.
the main roster. So it just, I don't know. Whatever. She's here. I'm glad. It's overdue. Some interesting developments with the Judgment Day.
Yeah, because Liv is in Hollywood.
Dirty Dom has all the game, is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I don't. I kind of want them to do it and like have him leave Liv for Roxanne and just
Roxanne.
have this be a perpetual character trait of Dom.
I wonder
And
what
he
his
just-
real life wife thinks of all this.
I think she's cool with
I
it.
know. I mean, he's not doing nothing like insane. He ain't not having a live sex celebration and shit.
No,
There's-
that's the thing. It's besides the initial kiss with Liv Morgan at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
been
been
tame.
very tame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They don't even kiss. They just like rub noses.
yeah. Hmm.
But it's fine. I don't need to see them fucking make
Oh,
out.
no. Yeah.
It's
I'm
like-
not asking for it. I'm just saying.
No,
yeah, you know.
I know. I'm just saying, like, they've done a great job
Yeah.
with the Dom.
Very
character.
tasteful.
And,
very tasteful.
I know Roxanne like bringing him chicken nuggets. That
was
helped
funny.
Me,
Very
Yeah.
good.
And Finn like on the side, like, aha, see, look at
Oh
this.
yeah, Finn is definitely like provoking a lot of this.
Yeah.
Like trying to sow
But that's-
deceit and
I mean,
turmoil
he did
into
that
the group.
first time, didn't he? Wasn't he the one that like hooked up Liv with?
What I thought. Well, no,
Judgment
that was. I'm thinking about Priest because everybody else was kind of like anti that.
Yeah, because they could tell that she was trying to move in on Rhea's turf.
Yeah. But yeah, I think because she won them over eventually because she got them the
right.
tag title opportunities and some other stuff.
Right,
so
right.
yeah,
Yeah, it
she
was
kind of worked her
kind of
way
a-
in there.
Sami Zayn with the bloodline situation where she kind of like won them over one by one.
Hmm.
But yeah, so we'll see where that goes. And then I think the thing that most people are talking about coming out of this episode was the 3-way between Rhea Ripley, Kairi Sane, and Zoe Stark
Ouchie.
for the Money in the Bank ladder match qualifying match. And in this match, people are trying to like apply blame, which is always kind of lame in these situations.
Yeah.
But Kyrie was bouncing off the ropes, and Zoe was going for her pinpoint missile drop kick, which didn't get all of it, and then ended up landing on her leg in a way that is very not fun to look at. Cody, you said you were going to watch this.
Yeah. So I missed this match on Raw, and we were talking about it earlier. I've not seen this yet, so I'm seeking it out right now.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, here it is.
You ready?
Okay. That's
My leg hurts with
that's
thinking about it.
That's not supposed to do that.
No.
Yeah. So I mean, for those of you in the audio realm, she landed, and her leg and knee went one way, and her body went the opposite way.
Yeah. Which
Where did
like
okay, the production on this was so weird too because it's like a shot of Kairi about to like run the ropes, and then all of a sudden it cuts to a wide shot, and Zoe's just coming out of nowhere and just landing on her leg.
Well, and that's the thing about it. Like specifically with Zoe Stark, if you watch any of her matches, they frame it production that way. It's like anytime she comes with one of those crazy drop kicks, it's like from off camera or whatever. It's like to surprise you and shit. And I think that's a cool like little thing that they do. But like, oh my god.
Oh wait, here we go. I'm seeing here's a fan's.
Oh
yikes! Yeah, that's
And immediately after it happened, you could hear her like screaming.
Yes.
So
like the knee down to the foot turned 180.
Why did she jumped so early?
Yeah, I mean, I think
like
Kairi. I mean, and I don't want to apply blame. It was it was a freak accident, but
yeah,
I think she probably thought Kairi was supposed to run the ropes a little earlier than she did.
Yeah, it's timing.
Yeah, like people in Twitter comments, there's like you can hear her like screaming for Kairi as she's in midair and whatnot. But yeah, it's just really unfortunate, especially given that Zoe Stark has had knee injuries in the past. So really hoping that this isn't like career ending for her.
Yeah, and I don't think, and it could be like one of those weird things, because remember when Rey Fenix like flipped his arm around and shit?
Oh
yeah. Weirdly enough, he didn't break anything, according to them. So like, it could be one of those things, just healing of tendons and all kinds of stuff or whatever. So she should be okay. And then hell, look at Dante Martin. Remember that?
Oh, when his foot completely turned around.
Yeah, I mean, because I think I forget the guy's name. They even had a basketball player had a similar injury or whatever, and he was back and running the court again in no time. So I mean, with the technology and modern medicine we have now, I still feel bad, but I don't feel as bad. I think because I know they'll be back up and running soon.
Yeah, she'll be back, but probably next year. So she'll
that's according to the report. Yeah, because there's gonna be some rehab with that. Because like if it's knee related, MCL, ACL, fucking PLE, all that shit is in there.
But yeah, hopefully she'll be okay. And then Cody, you had CM Punk brawl written down on these notes.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to talk about when he came out and brawled with Rollins and Breaker, and just the pop that he got was massive. Like the crowd was going nuts, waiting for him, anticipating him, chanting his name, like Austin Attitude Era level hype and pop for him. CM Punk is the most over person in all of wrestling right now, and it's very cool. I will say though that this Rollins and Breaker stuff ain't really working for me.
Yeah, it's like they just did it. That was it.
It's a little weird.
There's just not much there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, there's much here on our screen, but not much there.
B-Rob has pulled up a picture of the match that features a picture of Rhea Ripley's ass.
That's posted on WWE.com. Didn't go any to outside sources or third-party brands. I went straight to WWE.com.
Well, why don't we go straight to a quick break, and when we come back, we will preview NXT Battleground and Saturday night's main event.
Saturday night's main event is this weekend, folks.
Yeah, not Collision, which that song would make you believe to be
also,
the case.
It's tonight.
Oh, is that
in
the
15
theme
minutes.
to Collision?
Yes.
Totally.
Saturday night's all right for fighting.
I haven't watched that show in years. All right, Saturday night's main event. Who's excited?
You?
Yeah. I know your
it'll be
favorite
fun.
guy is going to be fighting, so
All my favorite guys are going to be fighting. We've got Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre having a rematch in a steel cage.
Steel cage.
That's probably going to be cool.
Yeah, these guys have worked very well together for like the last year plus now. And Mania was fun, and that was plunder.
It won't capture the magic that him and Punk had in the cage, but it'll be all right.
No, definitely not. And I typically hate steel cage matches. I've said it before on this podcast. I think they're one of the most boring match types. Because at least a Hell in a Cell, you can do some unique stuff. You can go outside the ring. I find cage matches to be just too restricting. But
off the top of your dome, favorite Hell in a Cell match?
CM Punk and Drew McIntyre.
Noah?
I don't think I've seen
Too
enough to have. For some reason, I always think of Sasha Banks and Bailey the second time they did it. I remember that being good.
I never watched that. That was during the pandemic, right?
Yes, that was a Thunderdome match.
Yeah, I never saw that. I always hear great things about it. I loved Sasha's other Hell in a Cell with
Charlotte.
That was really good.
The first time ever.
I never watched that one.
But the one that
should I go back and watch it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it like
I
that
think
good?
it's good.
Okay.
It's good.
Right.
But the one that immediately comes to my mind is Usos versus the New Day.
That is also a good one. I also loved Lesnar and Taker back in 03.
Yeah, because we got the meme from that.
We did? What meme?
Was that? No, I lied. That was the WrestleMania match. My bad. I retract my statement.
Yeah, no, the Hell in a Cell back in like 03. Lesnar's first run. But anyway, I don't know why we're talking about Hell in a Cell because this is a steel cage match. I feel like Priest has to win this, right?
I mean, what's the score? Are they tied?
I don't know. I mean, the Fatal 4-Way was like neither of them won. They kind of took each other out, but McIntyre won at Mania, so
yeah, if they want to keep this going, then yeah, I guess the logical thing would be to have Priest win. Because that's the interesting thing is that I feel like a Saturday Night's Main Event I feel like is kind of similar to what's it called? Battle of the Belts in a sense that you feel like you kind of know what the outcome's going to be going into it. But this match, I feel like, it could go either way.
The question is though, what do either of these guys do after this program?
Yeah, like what is there another point of escalation you could do, like lights out or something?
Well, not even. Well, yeah. So if they're going to continue this,
you're trying to cross the streams.
No, they did lights out in here recently with Sammy and Kevin.
It was non-sanctioned.
Wow.
Yeah. Same thing. But like, I don't know. Cena's the champ and he's heel, so I don't think Drew McIntyre would go after him. And then Damian Priest versus Cena, I don't think so. So I'm saying, like, not whether this is the end of the feud or not. What do they do after this feud?
Oh,
like what's left for these guys? I don't know.
Yeah, couldn't tell you.
Now I'm looking at this on Wikipedia, and I don't know if this is accurate or not. But John Cena versus R-Truth, I do know is happening.
I have it here on WWE.com.
Yes, no, I know it's happening, but on Wikipedia it doesn't list it as a WWE Championship match. Is that true? This is just a non-title match.
Let's see. Undisputed WWE champion versus R-Truth.
I assume John Cena just wants to beat him up.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything on the website either.
Yeah, it's just advertised as WWE Undisputed Champion John Cena versus R-Truth, but it doesn't say
for the
that's
title.
For the title. What is the fucking point?
R-Truth wants to fight his childhood hero.
Yeah.
I understand that, but like, why is the title not on the line?
It's
not like R-Truth is winning. Right, so why not just make it a title match? This is just stupid. It just makes it makes R-Truth even dumber than he is.
The only thing it says is R-Truth will officially battle the champion in Tampa, Florida. Hey, fuck it.
Weird. Anyway.
He retired. I don't give a fuck what he do.
Unless for some reason they want R-Truth to win this match. And
with little Jimmy.
They don't want him. I don't know. But
wait a minute. If you can't see John Cena, can John Cena see little Jimmy?
It's like a double negative, so I think I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe if they see each other, the world will explode or something. I don't know. Let's hope they don't.
Did you guys see the reports that apparently there's talks of main event, or not main event, Money in the Bank being headlined by John Cena, Travis Scott, and Logan Paul versus the Usos?
No, God.
And
I heard.
Fuck.
I heard. Just stupid shit. Cena and Scott versus I forgot who the other person was, but Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
that's a little more tolerable.
That was a talk a little bit ago, but like today there was PW Insider was reporting. Oh, it was Usos and Cody Rhodes. That's who it is. The Usos, Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul, Travis Scott, and John Cena.
I don't like that.
That sounds intolerable.
I think it would kind of slap. So
nah,
I don't mind. Speaking of kind of slapping, CM Punk and Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker.
Don't care.
I don't know. That's probably going to be pretty cool.
It's probably going to be pretty fucking cool.
That's pretty good.
But I understand where B-Rob's coming from, because I do feel like this Rollins Breaker team up has been very underwhelming.
Don't care. It's kind of blah to me. I mean, it looks cool, but like, just given what I've seen, just like I feel like there's no real substance to it other than a cool match on TV.
I like all four of these guys, and I kind of agree with you, Rob. Like, I don't know. Besides CM Punk just being over his shit, and
Braun Breaker, watching him wrestle is always fun and cool.
Yeah, even his fuck ups are fun.
Like, I'm sure this match will be great. Don't get me wrong. 4 great performers. It's gonna be fun to watch, but I'm also not super hyped for it, just because the story's not really there.
I want more for Sammy.
Yeah, and I want more for Punk. Like, I know we talk about Cena and his run, and the fact that we're wasting like matches with R-Truth, but CM Punk, while he's not on a retirement tour, like, he doesn't have that many more years left, and I feel like 75% of this run has been spent on Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I mean, but he has more time left than Cena, so they can work it out.
I think we need to hurry up and get to Punk and Cena, and I think we also, I mean, the only reason I want a Seth Rollins Punk story to continue is if there's even the slight possibility of Becky and Rollins versus Punk and AJ Lee.
Yeah,
if we're getting that, then fine, you can prolong this Rollins program. It would be worth it. But if we're not getting that, then can we just end it here, please?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then in the main event, on Saturday's night's main event, Jey Uso defends his World Heavyweight Championship against Logan Paul.
I'm asking Noah this because I already know what Cody's answer is. I don't need to hear it. Do you think it should have been Cena R-Truth for the main event over this?
I mean, from a business standpoint, this is probably the correct call. But from my enjoyment of this TV show, absolutely not.
Okay. All right. Cody,
well, I mean, to be fair, do we know for sure which is the... I just assume this is the main event.
Yeah, I'm just, going off WWE's website from bottom to top is McIntyre, then Cena, then the tag match, and then at the very end is the Logan Paul match. So I don't know. Who knows? I mean, you think they might do the cage match to start the show? That way you don't have to fuck with it the rest of the night. Just like, logistic standpoint. Because if you're not doing it in the beginning, you probably want to do it at the end. And this is not main eventing, so you just do it in front, get it over with. And you ain't got to fuck with the cage no more. But
I would not be shocked if Logan Paul wins. I don't think it's happening, but I will definitely not be shocked.
I don't want that, but I understand it. I just don't want that. Because, just look at this match. I can understand Logan Paul. I can understand that. As much as I hate the dude, I get it. Money. Sure. But who would the fucking thought in 2025, the year of our Lord, the fucking world champion, Jey Uso, Oh shit! Wild to think about. So,
Yeet.
if the Yeet can be here as the world champion, why not Paul? Right? So fuck it. Whatever happens, happens. If he dies, he dies.
Well, hopefully no one dies, but
Hopefully.
is anyone going to watch NXT Battleground the next night?
Yeah.
I might check it out.
Is this counter programming Double or Nothing?
Probably.
Is it?
I mean,
is it?
are they both airing at 7:00 Central?
They're both airing on May 25th. That's for sure.
Let's see. AEW. We got some events.
I mean, so here's the thing, though. Like, AEW show is going to be 13 hours long. So
Yeah.
I think no matter what time NXT is on, they will be overlapping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This
But
is true.
We'll talk about Double or Nothing when we get back from the break. But real quick, let's run down this Battleground card.
Yeah. Tell me about it, B-Rob.
All right. I'm not going in any particular order. I'm just going off the website here. We got a multi-man tag team match for the NXT. No, I lied. It's a 6-man tag. It is Hank and Tank with Josh Briggs versus The Culling, which consists of Sean Spears. The Culling. That's their group name. Sean Spears, Jensen, and some other guy that I'm not familiar with.
Nico Vance.
Yeah.
Paul has been very vocal about his disdain for Hank and Tank on this podcast.
But they're good, though.
I really like Hank and Tank.
Cody.
Yeah.
What do you know about Hank and Tank? I know you don't. You're limited.
Absolutely nothing. I literally.
But do you
have
remember?
no idea what that is.
You remember a point in time to where Paul would always rag on the security guard character on NXT?
Was that Javi?
No, that's Big Body Javi. That's somebody else. But you always talk about how he's fat and he don't do moves and everything.
Sure.
Well, he's tag team champion down at NXT. Also, I think he holds Hank and Tank hold tag team titles here at ROW for Booker T. But yeah,
hold
they're
on,
teaming
real
with
quick.
Josh Briggs.
So I don't know who these people are, so I was going to look them up. So I went to Google, to the Google machine.
Yeah,
meant to type in Hank and Tank and just typed in Hank Tank without the and. I need you all to do this real quick.
Oh no!
Okay, here I go.
Hank Tank, one
Look.
word.
Nope, 2 words. Hank Tank. Look at this fucking bear. Look at this fucking bear named Hank the Tank.
He's so round.
He's so round.
So round.
My guy, Hank the Tank, massive bear. Who
Says
is
he's
this?
400 pounds.
He was a one bear crime spree,
What?
but he had accomplices. What is? I don't know, man. There's a bunch of news stories about this.
That's a big
round ass bear.
Wait. Hang on. At least in my Google machine, you Google Hank Tank and you get all these pictures of the bear at the top, but then immediately the first link is pro wrestling fandom Hank and Tank.
Yeah. Like my, because I guess I look up wrestling a lot and the algorithm is working against me. But I typed Hank Tank and it gave me Hank and Tank from NXT. But like I'm looking at this. This is a big ass bear.
A 400-pound bear behind the Lake Tahoe break-ins is captured.
Yeah.
free my man Hank Tank. He didn't do nothing.
Oh, there's a Vice article about him with a halo on his head. Let's see.
Oh no.
No, is he dead?
Is this a
I don't know.
Harambe situation?
All right. No, well, this is way back in 2022.
R.I.P. Hank Tank.
So
Wait, he's got a Wikipedia page. Hank the Tank.
yeah, look it up. Read it. Read the thing. Read the thing.
Hank the Tank, also known as Henrietta, is a 500-pound female American black bear that gained attention for repeated interactions with humans in the Lake Tahoe area, resulting in her eventual capture and relocation to Colorado.
That's it.
There's a bunch more, but
Okay.
apparently she's living in Colorado, so I think she's okay.
All
All right.
Cool. All right.
Thank God.
Hank Tank did nothing wrong.
Nope.
Hashtag Hank Tank did nothing wrong.
Bears being bears. What were we talking about?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
Battleground.
6-man tag, whatever. All right. Also, we have Sol Ruka defending her NXT North American Women's Championship against Kehlani Jordan. Thoughts?
Okay, B-Rob, you don't need to call them that.
Come on now. Don't do that.
That's rude.
Nah, pick a winner because we ain't going to dive too deep.
Sol Ruka.
Very well. I'm in agreement. All right. Tony D'Angelo versus Channing Stacks Lorenzo. I guess this is going to be a Bluff of Blood match or some shit or whatever because, they broke up the group or they're breaking up the group and this is a grudge match.
They're not fam no more?
No fam no more.
I don't know anyone who is like particularly interested in the D'Angelo family saga.
Paul Griffin.
But I feel like NXT consistently makes it a thing. Like they almost always have a match on their PLEs and events and stuff.
This is for the sickos. Yeah, I don't care. Especially like Tony D'Angelo. I mean, he is a skilled professional wrestler.
What's the next?
It's just I do not like him in this gimmick, and I have said that from day one. So hopefully at some point he sheds this shit. Anyway, next we have Obafemi, the reigning NXT World Champion or champion. They don't have world in it. Against Miles Bourne, who won his opportunity via a Battle Royal?
Yeah.
25-man Battle Royal.
I think Miles Bourne should win this.
I wouldn't be against it.
The
But
whole underdog story they're telling with him is pretty good.
Uh-huh.
Why not actually capitalize on it and have him win?
Well, like
it could be a flash pin, it could be like a roll up or something, whatever. But
I think he's gonna lose. But at the same time, they did this thing on NXT, I believe, to where the new big bad had attacked Obafemi, and that's going to be two meaty men slapping meat.
Oh, the guy from LFG, right?
Yeah.
What's his name?
I forgot, but
all right.
he is a giant boy.
Wow, I forgot. That's even worse than JC Mateo. These names are getting real bad.
I see what you did. Also, in the what I assume is the main event, you'd be stupid not to make it the main event. Joe Hendry defends his NXT. I say NXT. Goddamn, I'm sorry. They blend together. They the same show anyway. His TNA world title against Trick Williams.
Trick should win.
I want to see what that looks like.
That would be funny.
Because from what I understand and have seen, I don't think there's been a lot of cross promotional work between NXT and TNA, but there's not been like a proper, title win of any sorts between either of the two promotions. So if they're going to do it, this would be the one. And I mean, it can lead. I mean, if they intertwine business wise or whatever. So I mean, it makes sense. You let Trick win it here on Battleground for NXT, and then they do the rematch on TNA side for one of their pay per views or something like that. Have him get it back. That Joe Hendry, it is. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Battleground. Whenever we get back, I think we're going to be talking about Double or Nothing and some of the things that we got in line with some of the Dynamite programming. What's up?
Did we talk about the women's match? The women's title match?
It's not listed here, so no.
Oh, I don't know. I'm looking at Wikipedia and it says Stephanie Victor is defending
Stephanie Victor and Jordan Grace. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Stephanie wins.
Yeah, probably. Unless they want to call her up.
Yeah, I mean, she did make that debut, kind of. I didn't see the debut patch on her or anything, but, she's in both worlds right now.
I was looking at something else.
First women's double champion. You know, she already relinquished one title. She's defended against multiple competitors. She's come out on top. I mean, she's beaten everybody that need to be beat on a NXT roster, more or less, or whatever. I mean, theoretically, this is a return match between her and Jordan Grace. So Jordan could win if she's going to stay down a little bit longer, because that was set up for her and maybe against Zarya, set up against her and there's a couple of the ladies they got in the pipeline to do some stuff with. So that title can go a little bit further with some interesting matchups with Jordan Grace if she would win. But I don't really think there's nothing left for Stephanie there in NXT. So they might be pulling her up.
Be a good call.
Yeah, exactly.
Good choice.
And, like, I don't know. NXT, I know it's a third brand, but like it's supposed to be developmental. She doesn't need any more development. She's ready, brother. Just
They pulled her because she was so fucking ready.
I do think they need to put her on SmackDown, though.
Yeah, her and Julia can have some things, because I think that's where they sent Julia, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she's on SmackDown. Maybe put her on Raw then. I forgot, because Julia was doing those matches with Roxanne on Raw, and my whole point was going to be to keep them away from each other for a while. But
yeah. Well, I mean, with the landscape of Raw, you think Julia and Roxanne could fit there at the same time, given that they had some type of tag team pass together? I mean, it wouldn't, big thing or whatever, like there was, former champions or nothing. It was real short, so it could work out.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now, truly, that is Battleground's card and everything. Women's title match included. Once we get back from the break, we'll cover all the stuff that I said before when I was wrong. So, see you when we get back.
All right, we're back for the last section of the show where we are going to preview AEW Double or Nothing, coming to you from Nevada?
Arizona.
I knew it was Odd Desert.
You just looked at
Las
graphics.
Vegas. Yeah.
they have casinos in Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure they do.
Pretty sure. Yeah, so it's still casino themed, but just not in Vegas this time. For the first time, I believe, on Las Vegas. But yeah.
There's so much going on here.
There's a lot going on. Turns out the AEW pay-per-view has a sizable card. Who would have thunk it? But we have both the men's and women's Owen Hart Foundation Cup tournament finals on this card.
Yes.
They're allegedly, I don't know if this card is final. I know the end of it is, but they allegedly are kicking things off with Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes Moné for the Owen Hart Foundation Cup tournament final for the women's bracket.
Mercedes has been on a tear lately, so this will probably rule.
Yeah, she is still undefeated in singles competition.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes.
But that makes sense.
She lost her New Japan Strong title in a triple threat.
So do we want to give her another belt to wear, even though, like, people tend to only wear the Owen Hart belt for when they receive it and, like, the episode of Dynamite after, and then it disappears.
In the tournament's history, there has only been one person to utilize the title, and that is Mariah May when she beat the shit out of Toni Storm with it.
Oh, yeah.
And proceeded to carry it around for, like, a couple weeks after the fact. But yeah, that's about it.
I mean, Mercedes' whole thing is collecting belts. So
in that sense, I think Mercedes might pull out a victory.
I think she needs to win.
Mercedes?
This just doesn't feel like the right place to
break the streak.
Yeah, to have her lose her first singles match in AEW.
But I know it's not the same thing, but oh no, never mind. She's in a similar situation. I had to check back in. I'm out of my ROH lore, but Athena has been undefeated in the singles competition for over 2 years now, and is currently the longest reigning ROH champion in history.
Jeez, with her cool spinner belt.
Yeah, she has multiple belts as well.
Hell
But
yeah.
yeah, I wonder how come this hasn't come to a head or whatever. But I thought they did. Didn't they have a match? And my memory is blanking on AEW lore.
Athena and Mercedes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they wrestled in this tournament.
All right, yeah, that's what it was. You're right. Now
in
she
Boston.
is. Yeah, there you go. All right. That's how scatterbrained I am about this shit. AEW is a soft spot right now.
Yeah, I think that's might be true for all of us. But I feel like Jamie Hayter really needs this because, like, it was supposed to be such a big deal when she returned because she had been gone for so long,
and she didn't lose her title, right?
She had to give it up because of injury, but I feel like she hasn't really done anything exciting since she's been back. So winning the Owen would be a good start.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if, like y'all were saying, I don't know if that's worth ending Mercedes' winning streak.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It could go either way.
Because I know you, well, we'll talk about it when we get to it or whatever. The men's side of the thing.
Yeah, which, that's at the end of the card, guaranteed for sure. But the next thing on at least this list is the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin with MVP and new member Maxwell Jacob Freeman.
Don't like that.
Versus the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara.
So currently, Dustin Rhodes with Sammy Guevara are the ROH Tag Team Champions. Also, Dustin with the Von Erichs is the ROH 6-man Tag Team Champions. So he is a double champion right now, and he could potentially be a triple champion. But they ain't winning.
No. No, the Hurt Syndicate is winning.
Yes.
There's no chance.
I cannot believe
in the year of our Lord 2025,
in the year 2025, that this match is happening. This is such a 2009 WWE Superstars match.
Also, Sammy Guevara is there.
Yeah, also Sammy Guevara is there. Oh my God! Like these 4 men in this graphic: Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, and MVP with Dustin have more life in their wrestling boots than probably Sammy Guevara has been alive.
No, that's absolutely true.
Oh my God. These dudes have well over a century between the 4 of them on Sammy Guevara.
Dustin's been wrestling on TV since 89?
He has wrestled in damn near 6 different decades.
Yeah. Him alone, I think, has wrestled longer than Sammy Guevara's been alive.
Fuck.
Jeez.
Yeah, so a little bit of Dynamite. Dustin came out and cut what I thought was a cool-ass promo that would have been way more effective if he had anybody standing by his side other than Sammy Guevara. I'm just listen and watch that promo, because you'll get what I'm saying. It's just like you got goofy ass Sammy Guevara standing next to this grizzled old veteran cutting his freaking just I can't explain it. It was good. It was a great promo, in my opinion. But Sammy Guevara, goofy ass, was standing next to him when he said it. I was like, put anybody else there, that promo would have been more impactful in my opinion. But you just had goofy ass Sammy Guevara just standing there, and it kind of deflated it a little bit for me.
I could see that. But yeah, Hurt Syndicate is definitely taking this. There's no chance. I wonder if maybe we'll get some interference from MJF,
shenanigans,
perhaps
overhelping.
Yeah, maybe Bobby gets mad at him or something. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Whoa, what if he cost them the title? Wouldn't that be wild?
That'd be fucked up.
Oh,
especially against these guys.
And before we depart from this, online scuttlebutt. they're talking about because you know MJF's record with stables and groups, right? It's like Sammy's there. What if you do some shenanigan bullshit or whatever to kind of form some type of group with him, Sammy and Jack Perry? I'm just saying. I don't like it. That's just a scuttlebutt. Anyway, go to the next thing. Go to the next thing. Just go to the next thing.
Timeless Tony Storm versus Mina Shirakawa for the AEW Women's World Championship.
As much as I want Mina to win, she will not.
She probably will not. Tony will probably continue to be the Women's World Champion, which I think is great. And also, I feel like Tony has had a really solid run of excellent title defenses on PLEs or pay-per-views.
Yeah,
for what brand we're on.
And I noticed a thing to where, like, if she does something cool once, they kind of run that back. She had the cool triple threat or 4-way match with a group of women, and then that was cool. It was great, and then she just turned around and did another one.
Yeah. She is easily the most over woman on this entire roster and is kind of carrying that division right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see why you wouldn't want to keep the belt on her.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You know, you keep the belt on her. I know we're going to have either Hayter or Monet to come out of that. If it's not Monet, then, you know, what?
Then who? Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, yeah, it makes sense for Hayter because she never actually lost her title. She had to give it up due to injury. So,
right.
You know, her winning the tournament, yeah, that'd be cool. But also, like, you know, Cody was talking about earlier, that kind of takes the steam out of Monet, which, I mean, it really wouldn't hurt her. I mean, the streaks are meant to be broken. I really don't give a fuck about that. She's still going to be champ. She's still going to have a whole bunch of belts. It doesn't fucking matter.
What about a Toxic Spider Lady, which has to do with on this week's episode of Dynamite. I believe it was during the 6-man tag with, you know, the Ops and Death Riders, when in the middle of the match, like I think Moxley was just like choking someone out on the ring, and then a animated red spider just crawled across the top of the screen.
Yeah. So they did this another time, I think on Collision or something, to where it just kind of like did spider things from the top of the screen to the bottom. It just kind of like went down by the web and whatnot. So the Toxic Spider, Thekla, she is from Stardom, and, you know, real big in Japan. And I sent you pictures. I gave you a little brief description of her in our group chat and whatnot. And yeah, she's pretty damn good. So I'm interested to see what her role would be in this. If she's going to align with somebody, if they're going to try to get her to stand on her own, which they hardly do anymore.
I would say that she has somewhat of a Jade Cargill quality in that you look at her and you could probably grate cheese on her abs.
Yes.
So
yeah, I think what I described to you in our group chat is like Jordan Grace power, but like in a smaller, more, you know, muscular frame or something like that. Very quick and flexible. So like if you think of Penelope Ford and, you know, how she's very bendy and everything, Thekla is that, but fast also.
Dang. That looking forward to that. And also looking forward to a tag team match between FTR and Daniel Garcia with Nigel McGuinness.
Are you excited for that?
I mean, I'm pretty excited. I mean, I liked when Nigel wrestled before.
Yeah. Well, you see that little Stokely Hathaway in the graphic there?
Yeah.
He's so tiny.
I do like that Stokely's around again, hanging out with FTR.
He's just a weird thing there, isn't he?
Everybody just comes and goes in this company, huh?
Yeah.
I did think it was kind of funny that this Nigel angle started happening like right after the Pat and Gunther angle happened in WWE. There's like two similar, you know, like commentators getting involved in a match angles happening kind of at the same time.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think it's a thing. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care. FTR has been kind of flat lately. You know, they trying to do something with him. They put Stokely with him.
Yeah, and I like the history that Daniel Garcia has with them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's at least what has me kind of invested in this match. But overall, yeah, it's not like anything I'm too excited
And they
for.
keep trying to shoehorn Daddy Magic ass in this shit. I don't like it.
He'll be on commentary, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Then we have a stretcher match with Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet.
For whatever reason.
I have a feeling, I didn't watch Collision this week, but I have a feeling that was probably established there because after Ricochet's match this week, Mark Briscoe just came running out with a stretcher to attack him with it.
Somebody probably said it in the promo. I'm going to put you on a stretcher, boy. Well, why don't we make it a stretcher match?
Yeah.
And that's my review.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I like Ricochet lately. And Mark Briscoe's cool. But yeah, again, like it'll be an entertaining match probably, but nothing to get like too excited about.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the Double or Nothing regular, you know, the centerpiece, I would say, of the Double or Nothing tradition of Anarchy in the Arena.
Whoa.
Eh?
Oh, you just going in a particular order? I thought
I'm just going off of whatever order is on.
There's still 2 other matches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
continue. Sorry.
I'm just going off.
I
of
apologize.
Wikipedia.
I apologize. Continue.
Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Willow Nightingale, and the Oops, consisting of Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Katsuyori Shibata, versus the Death Riders, John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Marina Shafir, and Wheeler Yuta, and the Young Bucks.
So what do we call that mixed match of people there? Do we call them the Death Bucks or the Young Riders?
The Young, I don't know if I like the Young Riders. Definitely, there's a handful of young people in there, but
the Death Bucks.
Actually, I think it's only Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah.
So it's the Young Riders versus the Black Ops?
That works.
Uh-huh.
That works.
Oh wait, Kenny's there too. So just call it the Call of Duty Black Ops. He likes video games.
Black Materia Ops.
Fantasy Ops.
Final Fantasy. So the 6-man tag they had, I actually thought was like pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, Young Bucks were there, so your mileage may vary with that. But I thought it was a good and fun match that was then kind of ruined by
everything.
Everything. They can't help themselves by doing these overbooked, just like everyone runs in and starts beating the shit out of each other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, because it happened after this match, and it happened at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, that match, the main event had nothing to do with them. Because it was like Julia Hart versus freaking someone.
Mina.
Yeah, Mina Shirakawa. Yeah. And then after that match, it just like everyone started running out and beating the shit out of each other. Just
stupid ass company.
It's stupid, but it's Anarchy in the Arena. I'm sure it'll be, you know,
I was so
their usual fun
upset when the reveal for that happened, because it was the cage match situation. And Swerve was like, I was like, no, not Anarchy in the Arena. Because somebody said blood and guts. And I was like, no, they're going to do it without a ring. It's going to be in an arena. And then he's like, Anarchy. I was like, no, I don't like this whatsoever. Also, you can pre-order Swerve's Reebok collaboration for his new tennis shoes.
Heck yeah.
I like them. I might get them.
Then we have Kazuchika Okada versus Speedball Mike Bailey for the Continental Championship. This kind of feels like... Really?
I want Speedball to win.
I don't know how much longer this championship is even going to be a thing in this company.
I know, but I want Speedball to win. You know I have a bias. He was my wrestler of the year. Come on now.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe he can be the last champion.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't mind that either.
Yeah. Because then what? It'll have been held by Eddie Kingston. Kazuchika Okada.
Will Ospreay.
Oh, it was held by Will Ospreay?
No. That's the other belt. I forgot.
Yeah, that's the international title.
Yeah.
Too many fucking belts.
That's what Noah's alluding to.
Yeah. This Okada is the second person to ever hold this belt.
Yeah. But what more scuttlebutt? The international and the continental might be merging into each other.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Why do we even care? Because this belt probably isn't going to be a thing.
Yeah,
sometime soon.
Because I mean that's the money in this region of professional wrestling. Okada versus Omega, champion versus champion. Run it back.
Gee, I wonder who's going to win that.
I wonder.
Speaking of who I wonder who's going to win that for the main event, which I think is a good call. Mm-hmm. We have the Men's Owen Hart Foundation Cup Tournament Final. Hangman Adam Page versus Will Ospreay. Ascension versus Redemption. The promo that they kicked off this week's Dynamite was very good in getting me hyped up for this match.
Mm-hmm.
I am very, very much looking forward to this match. This is easily the thing I'm most excited for. Admittedly, I have a bias in that I am a big Hangman Adam Page fanboy, but this is
that promo was pretty good.
Yeah.
So collectively, including multi-man matches, Okada and Kenny Omega have had a total of 68 matches against each other.
Wait, what?
Like in professional wrestling life, they've had 68 matches against each other. That's just like singles and multi-man matches.
So many.
So if they have one more, I'm sure it'll be very nice.
We did it in the show right now.
Yeah, but this really could go either way. I think, I don't know, maybe Will Ospreay, because he's just so freaking over right now, I feel like maybe has the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because like Hangman losing would just make him spiral even more, which has, story potential.
Yeah. But like, let's talk about that story potential. Hangman loses, he spirals a little more. I mean, what does that do? What does that look like? Because I mean, we kind of already lost that with him and Swerve or whatever when he was kind of spiraling out, trying to get revenge, and they kind of resolved that in some instance. So like he doesn't have that anymore to go off of. And then he loses here, I failed my children. So what I'm a mope and do now?
Go back and fight Swerve and be like, you ruined my life.
Yeah, I feel like that's what happens. Those two will wrestle at whatever what's that stadium show called?
All In.
And Will Ospreay probably beats Moxley.
Yeah, but because
God, I hope so. God, I hope that's where this is leading. That Moxley drops that fucking belt.
So
that All In.
So Double or Nothing is going to truly be the restart point for them, because whoever wins that, Owen gets the world title opportunity, and I believe it's Ospreay. They have, from the time Ospreay is announced as the winner till his title opportunity happens, to make something great story-wise, to write all that Death Rider bullshit, turn all that shit around, maybe even prune it, get rid of it, and like build something special between him and Moxley, because they desperately at the top need to do that.
Yeah, because they have definitely failed to make anything
make
regarding
sense.
this Moxley run, like A makes sense, and B just be entertaining, like at all. So yeah, and also during his promo, Will Ospreay like made a big deal about like, oh, Forbidden Doors being held in my hometown, and it'd be fucking cool if I had the belt going into my hometown show,
and that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you think it would be a more interesting story if Hangman won?
No, because I do not want to see Hangman and Moxley. I do not care.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be excited either way. I win either way.
Yeah, Noah
in
wins
this
either
situation. Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, as I look at this, definitely interested in the Monet match. Definitely interested in the women's world title match. Definitely interested in the Ospreay match. Definitely interested in the Mike Bailey match, just because.
Yeah, that's your
But
guy.
everything else can blow it out his ass.
Yeah. Well,
And then we got the 0 hour that
I was about to say,
we know
yeah,
we'll have.
to Cody's chagrin, they will definitely announce some 0 hour matches at Collision.
They will, because I mean it starts. All right, 5 PT. That's Arizona, so they're an hour behind us. So it'll be 6 o'clock here, I think, in Central Time.
The most we can hope for is that like they go into a casino and they like end up behind someone's back. The chair turns around and it's the Rizzler. And yeah, he's showing up at 0 hour for something.
Yeah, what's up with your boy? Where is that guy? Big, what's his name? Johnny,
AJ and Big Justice.
Yeah, where's that guy?
Big Boom AJ. I don't know.
Okay,
Eating a double chunk chocolate cookie somewhere.
Probably, which doesn't sound like a bad idea. Get us out of here.
Yeah, I also want to go eat a double chunk chocolate cookie. Well, folks, we didn't get all of it. But we'll try again next week. Subscribe to Didn't Get All of It wherever you get your podcasts. Write us a review, and if you really liked the show, tell your friends, post about us, and consider joining us on Patreon at patreon.com/Fatal4Pod. That's Fatal FOUR Pod. For only $3 a month, you get ad-free episodes and full access to the exclusive Discord where stuff is happening all of the time.
All the time.
Your support goes a long way, so thank you for subscribing, reviewing, and joining the Patreon if you have or are going to fatal4pod.com. For myself and the rest of the Fatal 4, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to a Fatal 4 podcast. Subscribe today wherever you get your podcasts and visit fatal4pod.com for more episodes, merchandise, and info on the Patreon.
Damn. R.I.P. Regis Philbin. I had no idea.